that Miss Donahue. That's right. I've got better things to do. I could wash my car in the rain, change my new guitar strings, mow the yard just the same as I did yesterday. I don't need to waste my time crying over you. I've got better things to do. Check the air in my tires, straighten my stereo wires, count the stars in the sky, or just get on with my life. I don't need to waste my time crying over you. I've got better things to do. I got better things to do. Yeah.
Yay! Yay! Hey guys, okay, so thank you very much, of course, our house band, Highway 533 band, and right at the very, very beginning, we had Victor come on, and I know that Victor, this is not Victor's name here, it is actually his name, but it's his middle name, so he let us in on the little secret there. He's from the Hidden Gem. He says hi to everybody, and he said now he's got it, but in the beginning he was saying there was no sound. He was questioning like no sound, so I was waiting to like see if anybody else mentioned anything about you guys not being able to be heard, and nobody else said anything, so I was like, okay, maybe it's just Victor, you just have to turn your volume up. That's all. That's it. Okay. Then you got it fixed. Anyway, he's got it now. So that's great. Good morning to whoever this is. Thank you very much for joining us. And we've got Mom here. Morning to Amanda and Dave. And of course to Jason and Vanessa and everybody else who's tuned in. Victor says 100% laugh out loud. Speaking of laughing out loud, what else does laugh out loud and LOL stand for? Live on location. Yes.
Oh.
Live on
Yeah, I
location. Thank you.
I thought it was a quiz.
So, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Amanda, what are you doing there? What are you doing? Well, no, yes, that, but I see you've changed your name as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Candidate
What
for
is
town council.
what is that all about, huh? A little bit of a plug there for you. How's the campaign going? Look at this.
It's going good.
Town council. So
yeah, it's going good. I've been having some coffee chats and talking to people and getting some information and kind of getting excited. So this week,
are you saving the world?
I don't know if I can save the world, but
you gonna try?
I don't know. Is that part of the job? Oh my god!
I think that's part of the job. Yeah, I think you got to save the world. So,
okay.
So sorry to interrupt you. You were saying you have some coffee chats and.
This week I'm going to be at the Silver Willow Lodge, and then on Wednesday is the online Chamber Town Council Forum. Not Town Council, like the mayor candidates as well. So
mayor candidates, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So
getting ready for that.
You're going to get grilled. So. Okay, well that's awesome. Now let's get back to where you actually are live on location. So where are you right now?
Where do you think I am?
Well, I don't know. That looks like a lot of shelves behind you with things like
books
vertical
and
things and books.
Yeah.
Books. So yeah, good possibility. You're probably at the library, right?
I am at the library. Yes.
Okay.
And the library is closed today, just so people know, because it's the Thanksgiving holiday. But Gloria was kind enough to let me come in, and we're going to talk to her in a little bit. So
okay.
And actually, I started reading this book, and I feel like I need to take it because it's a young adult book, but it kind of seems really interesting. So
you had a good story you were telling Gloria before the show that we'll get to in a little bit about a little competition you had with one of your best friends growing up.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you can tell that story in a little bit. Of course, we got to do our birthdays. So no, I didn't forget Vanessa. I see that look on your face. So we're gonna get you guys to sing the birthdays. Who do we have for birthdays today? So today we have Let's see. Jennifer Duncan's having a birthday, not necessarily today, but we pick birthdays that are happening close to the show here. And we also have Bill, I hope I pronounced this properly, Zabon. Is it Bill Zabin? Zabin? And then we have John Paul. What a cool looking dude. And then we've got Janet Rose is having a birthday. And who else had a birthday close to today? Who else did? Huh? Anybody else?
No idea.
Anyone you know?
Sure
Anybody you know? Jason Rodeau had a birthday today. Well, not today, but your birthday was a few days ago, right?
Yep.
How'd you celebrate?
You had tacos
Vanessa
for
took me
dinner
to the
last night?
dentist.
Went to the
Oh,
dentist?
yeah.
Vanessa took me to the dentist. Yes, she booked a dentist appointment for me on my birthday
Yeah.
Oh.
because I took her birthday off.
Nice. Okay.
And then on the way home, she made us. She said she made me go to McDonald's and buy myself my own Happy Meal.
Oh.
Sad
If that isn't love, I don't know what is.
Yeah, tough one. Oh, it's tough. Okay, so let's sing happy birthday to all of these people. So we got quite a few.
Wait.
We got
Brittany
Bill.
also says her daughter Huntley's birthday is this week. so-
Hunter.
Hunter.
So
I didn't see the R. Sorry.
Yeah. So it looks like Hunter. I hope that's right. So Brittany, I hope I am pronouncing that properly and we got that right. So let's try this. Okay, you guys ready? Let's do happy birthday to Hunter as well. Okay. So here are the birthdays: Bill, Jennifer, John, Janet, Jason, and Hunter. Let's do it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jennifer, Bill, Janet, John, Hunter, and Jason.
I'm glad you remembered.
Rat.
And Bill.
I thought I got him.
I think she
Sorry,
said Bill.
Did you
Yeah.
say Bill? Okay.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Happy birthday, all you guys. So, okay, what do we got here? So, Brittany said, yep, we were right. So, we did it properly. So, thank you very much, Brittany. Okay. We have a ton of stuff happening on the show today, other than talking to the wonderful Gloria over at the library. We also have Norman coming on, who's an artist, and he's actually going to be, he's got a show that's going to be up at the Iron Horse Gallery in town, the Iron Horse Art Gallery. So we're going to talk to him as well and show a couple of his pieces. But we also had some very interesting things happen at the house here that I haven't shown you guys yet, and I thought you might be interested in seeing. In the new studio, of course, that we built here, this kind of stuff is what happens in the new studio. I thought you might enjoy this.
Oh, Jesus! What did you think was happening?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sitting right beside him. Like,
That was the biggest fright I have had in
yeah,
years.
I was pulling on the back of the chair and he's pulling it up. Like, what is happening with my chair?
So yeah, we caught that on one of the security cameras. So I thought I'd share that with everybody, 'cause that was pretty funny. And then I've got another one here. Check this one out. We had a visitor a little while back, and I never got a chance to show you guys. So check this out. Let's see if you enjoy this one. Oh yeah.
Who was more scared, you or him? The snuff.
I don't know, but I was reading before I went out to, because I went out to start the station in the morning, and of course that's all right. It's 5:30 in the morning that I go outside, and I walk past, and I heard some rustling, and I just thought it was wind at first, and then I came past again, and I heard more rustling that I thought, well, that's weird because it's not windy now, and then I went past again. I went, something is digging around in there. So then I took my time, and I had to take a flashlight. And then I jumped on Google right away. Google, your favorite friend, your best friend, right? In a situation like that, how do you get rid of a skunk? Like, how do you? And so they said, make sure you flash something in their eyes. So that's why I had two. I don't know if you noticed, I had two flashlights. So I flashed them into the eyes of the skunk when the skunk came out. It just kind of stood there stunned for a second and looked at me, and then it turned around and ran away. And I was like, okay, that worked perfect. That was great. So I don't know how close you have to be to a skunk to get sprayed. I'm not sure how far, they can spray, but that was an interesting moment for me. Yeah. I was quite crazy in that situation. So anyway, that was one of the visitors we had that I thought you guys might enjoy seeing as well. So we have other stuff that's happening today, and that includes thanking our sponsors. So we want to make sure we thank our Nanton Napa Auto Parts in town here. Of course, over the course of a month, we plan on sharing our top 10 fall maintenance tips with all of the followers here on Good Morning Nanton Live. We feel these fall maintenance tips are a must know. So we're going to be, doing some maintenance tips here over the month. So Nanton Napa, are you tired there, Amanda? Are we keeping you awake? Sorry, do you want to lay down and nap?
I was singing, actually.
So mom says good tactic, Dave. So I guess about the skunk there. So everybody can learn from my mistakes on the show here. I'll always let you know what happens. We also have some other stuff that's happening here that we need to get to, and that includes an update from Carl, who is part of the Bomber Command Museum of Canada, and they are right now, he is in Amsterdam, and he's trying to collect some parts for the Halifax bomber. So they've got this big recovery project happening right now in Sweden. So he's been there twice, I believe, and they've picked up a bunch of parts out of the sea there. And so they're recovering that, and they're trying to rebuild a Halifax bomber to put into the museum here. And so he actually sent me over from Amsterdam, where he is right now, because he was told there was some more Halifax bomber parts at a what do they call it? What do they call the places where all the planes go to die?
Like
Remember?
Junkyard or.
It's not. It's kind of like a junkyard, but I think there's another name for it. I can't remember now. But anyway, he sent me these over. And he wanted to show everybody kind of what's going on. And I wanted to update everybody because I'm working with Carl quite closely. We put together a presentation that we're going to be releasing for everybody to watch. It's about a 30-minute presentation of his time in Sweden and their recovery there. But this is obviously a prop from a Halifax bomber. And we got another angle of, this is a different prop. So yeah, these are two different props. And he said there's 4 or 5 there. And I did say to him, I said, that's amazing that you guys can recover this and actually straighten out those propeller blades and have it work. And he said, no, it's not the propeller blades that we're necessarily trying to straighten out. He said there's other parts inside the housing that are that are still in good condition and can still be used to restore a Halifax. So this is what they're doing and what they're working on right now. So I want to give an update every time something like that happens.
It's pretty cool because that picture.
Somebody said it's the airplane graveyard. Yes, of course, the graveyard. So that's where planes go to die, just like everything else in the world.
People.
So yeah, people. What were you saying, Amanda?
That one picture on the top corner of like the red and the yellow, those represent the pieces that they've managed to collect, right?
Yes, that's right.
So they're kind of showing their progress of how much of the plane they're able to.
I pulled this offline. I'm not sure how up to date that picture is. So
we should ask Carl.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Carl how up to date that is. But yes, that's the idea. Is they're kind of showing everybody what they've collected, what they've been able to pick up, and I'll make sure that every time we do an update, I ask Carl to give me an up to date picture so everybody can see the progress. So that is the kind of the update with the Bomber Command Museum of Canada and where they're at with that. Carl's going to be home and be showing this presentation that him and I have put together of his excursion out to Sweden to dig into the sea and pull some parts out there. We'll be doing that around the 15th of October, so in about a week or so. Now, another thing I wanted to talk to everybody about, so listen very carefully, everybody. Listen carefully. And we're going to get to our first guest here right away because I know she's waiting patiently and excitedly because she loves to be on here. So I can see her laughing in the background. So Amanda, why don't you talk a little bit about this project that we've got going on and what's happening with this? And I've got some entries here.
Yeah, so the Euro Radio, where we've got a space in the outside of our studio that we decided we're going to do a mural art contest and have a local resident. And there's no age requirement or restriction. So young people, older people can submit an entry, and then they'll be able to paint on the blank space that we have. And materials will be paid for by the Nanton Community Broadcasting Association. And people should submit their entries. They have until next Friday, October 15th, to info@euroradio.ca. And that's one entry we had.
Info@euroradio.ca. So yeah, this is one of the entries, right, Amanda?
Yeah.
That's one of the entries we had. And then we had this entry as well that came in.
Yeah,
so
which I think is cool.
Yeah. And then we've got this entry as well.
Yeah, very bright.
Yep, that was a bright one. So we're looking for more entries, and we are going to pay for all the materials to be able to put the mural up. I'm not going to assume what they're going to be using for materials, but we'll pay for those materials so that they can paint it or draw it or whatever they need to do. And we also have a $100 gift certificate from the COVID support program. Right. So the COVID-19 social support program that we've been giving gift certificates away for. And so that's this right here. We've got a $100 gift certificate for Fresh Mart. So $100 worth of groceries, I guess, or whatever you want to buy there. And we're going to give that away as well. So thank you to all those people who are entering right now. And let's get some more people entering. Okay. So with that being said, why don't we get to our first guest? And I'm going to pop you guys off the screen. We'll see you guys back here in about 15 minutes or so. Okay. And Amanda is at the library, and so is Gloria. So, Gloria, we're going to bring you in. Hello. Welcome to the show, Gloria. Hi. We were talking before that you're a vet to the show now. And what else did we do? We did something else together. Guess your granddaughter's wedding.
Yeah, you did the DJ services for my granddaughter's wedding, and the people who were there had so much fun.
It was a blast.
They just were crazy. I was really surprised.
But what I was saying to you before the show is that you can't pull this shy card being on the show anymore, because now I know how much of a party animal you are. So I've been able to party with you. So
yeah. How many times did you see me up there doing karaoke?
We couldn't keep you off the microphone.
Yeah, we could. Wasn't that the case? Wasn't she constantly up there poking at me, going, "Am I coming up next? Am I going up next?"
Obviously, being a good singer wasn't one of the criteria.
That's what we should have done, is had you sing on the show today. Maybe
Gosh.
Jason could have played the guitar and you could have sang happy birthday for us today.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about the library, Gloria? Let's find out what's going on there. So what's happening? What's new that you want to let everybody know about?
Well, we have done quite a bit of reorganizing when we've been closed, because of course we were closed, and then we were open, and then we were closed, and then we had to do curbside service. And at this time we are back to having 5 people in the library at a time, and each person is allowed a 30-minute visit, which is not ideal, but at least we are open and giving people accessibility. So during the times that we were closed, we used that to do quite a bit of revamping in here. We have changed all the shelving to make it more visible, and we've reorganized all the books so that your authors are all together, giving you greater visibility. We've decorated the kids area, which has
where's the kids area? So Amanda's kind of showing us the library here. So I don't know if you can see that.
That's where Amanda is right now.
Okay.
You can see a big mural painted on the wall at the back.
Oh, yep, I can see that.
Yep, that mural was done by Jane McFarland, who also is one of my employees here. And she painted a little mural on the end of the bookcase. You can see that where you're walking up a pathway into the trees.
Yes.
Yeah, and we were able to get some birds, lots of birds, bird houses, vines. People brought in bird houses you can see up there on the top. Um, we've got bird nests, all kinds of people bringing in bird nests for us. We've even got some bird nests with eggs in them still.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, kind of cool.
Wow, very
So
cool.
we just wanted to make this area look really pleasing and pleasant and happy for when the kids were able to come back in, and they were able to come in a few times for story hour, and I think there was a lot of interest, but now again we're back to not having any programming, so it's sitting there waiting for them.
Well,
So,
Rhonda just popped in here and she said the kids area looks beautiful.
oh,
Speaking of
thanks.
Rhonda, don't let me forget that I have a story I need to tell about Rhonda and Jason and Vanessa about last night. So I'll share that story in a little bit here. But yeah, Rhonda said the kids area looks beautiful. It does. It looks wonderful. So good job on that, you guys. And what else has changed around the library? Any other additions?
Well, on that desk that you're looking at right now, we have a bunch of material for indigenous language and indigenous books,
Okay.
because of course we were just celebrating or I guess not celebrating, but recognizing the Truth and Reconciliation Day,
Yep.
and so there is that type of material in here as well. The library has a lot of new books, and that is the section that Amanda is in right now.
Wow.
Shelves both sides, and those are all recently arrived. Um, we try to get the authors that people like the most, and special requests are, well, if the book I think is going to circulate a lot, we will fill special requests. Now she's in the stacks where we have our fiction. This is the older fiction,
Mm-hmm.
and as you can see, there's a lot there. On the far wall, uh, behind these stacks, that's all reference material. And I think that we probably have one of every district history book that
Oh,
was ever produced. So,
really? Wow.
yeah, I think that's pretty good for a library our size. So yeah, that section is for reference only. You can come in here and look at those items or photograph, not photograph, yeah, I guess photograph, and photocopy articles, but those books cannot leave here. They're
Okay.
too rare, too
Yeah.
hard to replace.
Yeah. Yeah. Too valuable.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Let's see. So I've got another comment that just came in. Sharon said, "Bravo, Nanton, for such an amazing library."
Thank
So
you,
kudos to
Sharon.
you guys for that. And then what do we got here? What's Amanda going into now?
Now,
So this is
Amanda's going into a little meeting room.
okay.
We also use this as a little art gallery. You can see that there are little wood carving pictures up all along the walls.
Yep. Yep. We can
These,
see that.
yeah, these were done by Bud Lavelle, and Bud has recently moved to Okotoks to one of the seniors' homes. But
Okay.
he also paints, and he has a few paintings over there on the far wall. This room is used for meetings or for people who want to have a few quiet moments, maybe a quiet visit with a friend. There's a large TV in there that can be used for Zoom calls or playing DVDs. Underneath the TV, there's a fireplace. You can't see it very well because I think there's a picture.
So the public can book this room then.
Yes, they can. Yeah,
Okay.
if you're booking for a profit-oriented meeting,
Mm-hmm.
we charge for it. But
Okay.
for nonprofit, it's free if
Okay.
it's
Great.
available. But you
Awesome.
have to book, right?
Perfect. Okay. And what else have we got there,
All
Amanda?
right. Now Amanda's now going down our stacks of audiobooks. That's on the left there. The whole section is all audiobooks. And those are really nice for people who are unable to hold a book or read. Maybe the eyesight is going,
Mm-hmm.
but they still like their novels, so you can rent those or take those out. Truckers love those. People who are traveling. Sometimes I have people use them because they have trouble going to sleep at night.
Mm.
Somebody reading to you is really soothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be good for Amanda too. So, what's this here? So this is. Oh, I heard about this. So this is
Yeah.
a kitchen. This is new, isn't it?
Yeah, this is brand new. We just had this little kitchen installed,
Okay.
and this actually was a coat closet, but it is now a little kitchen, and
Cool.
it's mainly for the staff because we used to share the kitchen with the town, but now we have our own. So
That's what I heard.
yeah,
So you used to share the kitchen with the staff, or with the town, but because of COVID
right,
and all the
right,
restrictions and stuff, you guys
yeah,
ended up getting this other kitchen. So,
yeah.
okay. So was that a donation to put that in as well, or how did that come about?
Well, the town supplied the money for that, and I think that they got a grant for it, but I'm
You got a
not
grant for
sure.
that. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Great. Okay. Well, listen, I want to ask you another question here.
Mhm.
So, the question I want to ask you is about kind of the online services that you guys offer. So, we took a tour around the library there,
Right.
but tell us about the online resources that are available at the library there.
If you have a membership, which, by the way, memberships here are quite cheap. If you are wanting a membership for a family, it's $20 a year.
Mm-hmm.
For a single person, it's $15. It gives you access to all the stuff in this library, and there is a lot. But it also gives you access to an online catalog. Now, I think Amanda is just bringing it up. That's our website that you can see on the screen there,
Yep.
nantonlibrary.ca. And if you go to the e-resources and open that, you can see the different e-resources that we have. So we have one called Overdrive, which is for downloading audiobooks. There's another one called Hoopla, where you can stream TV shows, ebooks, audiobooks. Flipster is for digital versions of the latest popular magazines. Press Reader, 100 or thousands of international newspapers and magazines are available. Tumble Books, that's a site for kids, providing ebooks with animated sound and music and narration. There are also games and National Geographic videos and language learning help in 3 different languages.
Wow. Now this is your website, which is an
Yeah.
external resource. I don't know if you know this, Gloria, but sometimes they'll build like an intranet. So there'll be an internet outside the world, and everybody can use it. Intranet is usually just inside.
Mhm.
So this is available to everybody, even outside, right? Is that
Oh
correct?
yeah,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
You just go onto our website and you can access this.
You can
So
access that. Okay.
people are using this from home on their phones and computers or iPads. You can see right where Amanda is at right now, there are courses that you can take. These are 6-week courses called Gale courses.
What?
You
Gale courses?
Yeah.
They named it after me? That's
Yeah, they did.
incredible. Okay.
Solero is a homework site helping prepare kids for exams. There are the subjects from grade 3 to 12, all these subjects, and this is aligned with the Alberta curriculum. That's a great site, by the way, for people who are doing homeschooling.
That's great.
Or even if somebody is struggling in a subject, why not take this free math course?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow,
Get some
great
extra help.
resources.
Yeah.
I've got some comments coming in, Gloria. So Mary said, library looks great. Good job. And then Rhonda popped back in and she said, I use the online access to Libby and Hoopla. It's so neat to download a book or audiobook to my phone. So people are using the resources. That's great.
Yeah, and I think they became really popular while we were closed
Yeah.
because, people still wanted their books
Yeah.
and movies. So, yeah.
Well, especially when the restrictions were in place, then people, wanted to read more or, have their audiobooks or watch the movies or whatever it is, right? Because you had to do something when everybody was kind of locked down and the restrictions were on. So, well, thank you very much for the tour there. Now, speaking of restrictions, what kind of restrictions are we looking at the library right now?
Well, masking is mandatory. 5 people in the library at a time.
Okay.
30-minute visits, and that includes being on the computer.
Okay. How many computers do you guys have?
We've got 4 public computers.
4 public. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a good number.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you can only have 5 people in it at one time, right? So
yeah. Well, the computers are never all booked at one time. It doesn't. And I think it's difficult for people right now too, because a 30-minute period on the computer isn't very long. But we could be closed instead, and just doing curbside service. So we're trying to provide as much as we can under these restrictions, and just want people to be able to come in and use the library.
That's awesome. Well, great. Well, thank you very much, Gloria. Hey, Gloria, do you want to stick around for my story that I'm going to tell right now?
Sure.
Okay.
As long as it's not about me.
No, it's not about you. So Rhonda's been on here kind of commenting a little bit, and I have a story where social media, I thought, actually did something great last night. And it was completely impromptu. It was, I didn't expect it at all. I do a promo usually a day or two before we do this show to let people know who's going to be on the show, so people can, be prepared and know who's coming up. And I did the promo last night, and I thought one of the things I would ask to get people engaged and talking is what we're going to have for dinner. And honestly, I didn't know what we were going to have for dinner. Amanda and I, right before I did the promo for the show last night at around, I don't know what time I did it, like 5:30 or something like that. Yeah. So around 5:30, I was doing the promo. I said, we can't decide what we're going to have for dinner. So a bunch of people, including Jason and Vanessa right here, they popped on. They said, have tacos. I can't remember what else other people said, except Rhonda said we should have some pork tenderloin, right? And rice and all this other stuff. And I thought that sounded great. As soon as we popped off, Rhonda got a hold of me. Jason and Vanessa didn't. They just sent me videos or pictures of their tacos. That's all they did. Oh, here, let's send them a picture of our tacos. We're having tacos. Ha ha ha. But Rhonda actually got a hold of us and said, you know what? If you guys want to come over for dinner, come on over for dinner. So we went to dinner at Rhonda's place last night. Yeah. So just from coming on a Friday night and saying, we don't know what we're going to have for dinner. So I'm wondering next week, who's going to invite us for dinner next week, Friday night? When we say, I don't know what we're going to have for dinner tonight. So we did actually, as a joke, we went over to Jason and Vanessa's place because I knew they were eating tacos, and we knocked on the door and said, we're here for your tacos. But it was just joking around. Anyway, so thank you very much to Rhonda and Peter and the family for inviting us to dinner last night. We really appreciate it. And thank you, Gloria, for coming on the show. We really appreciate you being here and sharing the information. There are a lot of new people moving to town, so they need to know about what's going on here. So thank you very much for being here.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
you. Have a fantastic day, and we'll karaoke together again sometime. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, guys. Let's do a quick promo here and a thank you to a sponsor, and then if you guys want to, entertain us for another song here, and then we'll have Norman who's coming up. He's sitting in the background waiting to come on the show, so we'll have him come on the show here pretty quick. But we, of course, first want to thank Jen and Simon. Remax first. Nanton continues to break real estate records with 53 properties being sold already this year, and property home values increasing since February by 19%. The average days to sell a home in Nanton are 29 days. On average, at this time of year, Nanton has 26 properties that have sold, and the average amount of time to sell took over 90 days. We are starting to see more properties for sale with 25 active listings on the market. Where the last 5 months, there was very limited inventory with only about 13 active properties on the market at any given time. It is still very much a seller's market, and there are still quite a few buyers waiting for new listings to emerge in Nanton at all price points. If you're curious what your home's current market value is and what selling and buying in this market looks like, connect with Simon and Jen for a free zero-obligation home evaluation. Jen and Simon are your local RE/MAX agents. So thank you very much to them for sponsoring. And we also have Subway. Subway helps us out with a sponsorship as well. They've got the crispy chicken sidekick, which I'm assuming is still on right now. It's been on since September 7th, and 12 cookies for $6. So Subway, thank you very much. Eat healthy, stay healthy, Subway. Okay, guys, you want to entertain? We're going to give it to Norman here right after you guys are finished, okay?
All righty. I used to wear jeans. I'm in Italian slacks. I had long, shaggy hair. It's cut short and slicked back. I drank $3 wine. Now it's cocktails at 2. Because downtown came uptown for you. I used to think that Coke came in a bottle or can. Silk underwear wasn't right on a man. A hush puppies and the sneakers. Now it's alligator shoes. Because downtown came uptown for you. Well, you told me that you loved me. You said I could be your man. Oh, but then you said I had no more style than a rat in a garbage can. So you took me uptown, made your driver wait, taught me how to eat snails and caviar on a plate. No more sitting in the alley with the boys drinking brew. Because downtown came uptown for you. Well, you told me that you loved me and said I could be your man. Oh, but then you said I had no more style than a rat in a garbage can. My manicure's at 5, French lesson at 6. And don't tell me you can't teach your dog new tricks. I'm going out in the town and spreading the news. Because downtown came uptown for you. I said downtown came uptown for you. One more time. I said downtown came uptown for you.
Good job. Good job. That's a new one. Never heard that one before.
That's the first time I've ever tried this one on guitar.
Really?
I
Wow.
sing it all the time. I normally play it on bass because that's mainly what I do.
Yeah. Wow. That's so who's the original artist of that?
That's David Wilcox.
Really? Oh, I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go check that out.
Laying pipe.
Yeah, I know laying pipe. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to bring Norman in right now, and we're going to talk about this exhibit that he's got coming to Nanton here. So we'll see you guys at the end of the show. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring them back on. Oh, that explains what I did. The story I just told you about Rhonda and Peter Anderson inviting us over for dinner. So David Gale had dinner, and actually I had Rhonda who came in and said, "You're very welcome. Thanks for the good visit." So yes, we really appreciate that. Okay, let's have our next guest come on right now. So this is Norman Burnham White. Norman
That's right.
White. Welcome to the show, Norman.
Hi, nice to be here.
Thank you for being here, and we got to find out all about what this thing is you're doing in Nanton with the Iron Horse Art Gallery. But first, before I ask you that, I want to know about the name. Why 3 names?
Yeah, it's kind of unusual, kind of unwieldy, but in the times that we're in, you can look up who else has the same first and last name of you quite easily, and it turns out that people with Norman White as a name it's fairly common. I mean, there's
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, there's 4 of them in Calgary. I worked for a long time as a tour bus driver. There's another bus driver named Norman White, and there's actually 2 other Canadian artists also named Norman White. So I got to do something a little bit different, make myself a little
stand out a little different from the rest of the crowd, right?
Stand out from the crowd, yeah. And the Burnhams are my family in Claresholm, so that's going to be a little unique. So just to make myself a little distinct and not blend in with the others.
Cool. So, I actually, that's funny that you're saying that story. And you were a bus driver.
Yeah.
When I was younger, going to work in Calgary, because I didn't grow up, I lived in Calgary for a little while. I also ran into a bus driver who had exactly the same name as me. So
Yeah.
David Gale. So him and I became pretty good friends on the bus, and just because we shared the same name. So yes, you absolutely have to brand yourself a little bit differently, make sure that you stand out. And so one of the other ways that you stand out, of course, is you're an artist, and you're going to be bringing an exhibit. Is that what they call it? Do the artists call it an exhibit or just a show, or what do you call it?
Well, it's like the difference between a bus and a coach. You know, it's there's really no difference. It's a show or it's an exhibit.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm having a show.
You're bringing this to Nanton, to the Iron Horse Art Gallery. We want to get a little history, though. So you got to tell us how you got into this. And I've got some of the paintings that you sent to me that I'm going to show here. So tell us a little bit about your history and how you got into this.
Well, after I graduated high school and was looking for something to do, there wasn't really much else that I wanted to do than draw and paint and things like that, which is not really a very practical choice. Going to art school, that's a ticket to poverty. So I've never actually made a living off of my work. But I worked in some art galleries in Calgary for a while, and then I just sort of fell into bus driving as a way to support myself. I drove school bus for quite a while, and then I got into motor coach, and I ended up working for Brewster's out in Banff for 24 years, and touring people from overseas through the mountains. A lot of Banff, a lot of Jasper, Icefields Parkway out to the west coast. And when people come to Canada, they want to see a certain thing. They're already in a good mood, right? It's not like a city bus. They're already in a good mood. All you really want to do is not wreck it. Right? Yeah. And what they're looking for is a sense of awe or a sense of wonder, looking at the landscape, and where that is, that's in the light and in the color and in the clarity. I mean, think of a mountain lake first thing in the morning when it's still as a mill pond. It's light and color, and that's what excites people. So it's not that different really from being an artist. You're trying to convey a sense of wonder in what people are looking at.
Wow, that's so cool that you found the art in what you were doing that was not actually painting at the time, but you're just your regular job supporting yourself, and you still were able to find the beauty in the art in that inspired people. That's great.
Oh yeah, it was very animating, and it's all in there. It's all about seeing.
Wow. Hey, I got a question for you. So you worked out of Banff, you said, for Brewster's?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So this might be a long shot. This is kind of like, when somebody comes to town and they say, your last name's White, and somebody comes to Calgary and go, oh, do you know so-and-so White?
Yeah.
And
my cousin in Toronto?
My cousin, blah, 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 blah. Do you happen to know my dad, who is also a bus driver in Calgary and did coach, and his name was Rick Gale? Do you happen to recognize that name, Rick Gale?
I don't know Rick Gale. No,
I
know
okay.
a Larry Gale, but I don't know.
No, a Larry Gale. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know Rick Gale. No.
Well, I guess my dad's not quite as popular as he said he was in the industry then. So I'll have to talk to him about that and say, stop spreading that rumor.
Well, a reputation is something that has to be maintained, right?
So yeah, he worked for I think it was Accent in Calgary, Accent Bus Lines. So he worked for Accent. So I didn't know how close circles were in the bus driving industry, but thought I'd ask. Anyway, so let's get back to your art here. So I do have a couple pieces, and I want you to explain to people how your connection came about to bring this to Nanton, to the Iron Horse Art Gallery.
Okay. Yeah, that one's a crossbar. That's actually a crossbar that I saw in Waterton Lakes. It's brand new, and it was all shiny, and it just sort of stuck out at me. I left Brewster a few years ago and began painting again. One of the things about being a tour bus driver is you're never home and you're never in your studio.
Mm-hmm.
So I changed jobs, and now I'm able to work in my studio. I've been painting again for about another 4 years.
Oh,
but
we got Amanda back.
Amanda's
back to say hi.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt.
She can join us. So continue on there. Sorry. So you were saying you didn't have a lot of time to be in the studio because you were driving.
That's right. Yeah, and now I've got a different job, and I can do my studio, my business, and I see Amanda's driving, and that's something that my wife and I like to do. You know, we live near the edge of the city, and we like to go out but we don't want to be near crowds, and so we drive on the little country roads. Eh? One day this summer we were out driving, and we went sort of south and east, and ended up going east of Highway 2 and along Gladys Ridge, and we wound up in Nanton, as you do. We've been to Nanton a few times, and it's a cool little town, and we're looking in the antique shops and browsing up and down, as you do. And oh, look, we found a contemporary art gallery where we weren't expecting it. So, and Sharon's niece was at the desk and said, "Oh yeah, we just reopened and we're looking for artists." So I got the contact information, got a hold of Sharon, had her look at my website. And one thing led to another, and she offered me a show. So,
wow, that's great. So I've got another piece of yours. So this one right here, I think we can all recognize what this is. So you want to tell us about these pieces that we're looking at, though?
Well, when the work that I've been doing is kind of been on an industrial theme, and you go outside your door and you look out and you see the sky, and the sky in Alberta is something that people actually remark about because it is so big and it is so there and it's so clean and there's so much room in it. I mean, think about all the little towns that had air training schools and so on, and the sky, and Albertans like to build things. So you're going to see the sky, and you're going to see pylons, you're going to see pump jacks, you're going to see all of this stuff that makes our life comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
The electricity and the oil and all that infrastructure. It's all there, but we tend not to really pay attention to it. But so it's there, it's important. So I'm coming out and celebrating it. And when I'm looking at it, what gets excited, what's exciting for me is the changes in the color and the nuances and that. It's not just a stick and a crossbar. There's nuances in the color there, and that's what really gets excited for me.
Wow, that's really, really neat. Now, how many pieces are you going to have at this show, at this exhibit?
There's 21.
21 pieces. Wow, so a lot of people to see then.
Yeah, a lot to see. Some of them are just little ones. I've been doing some wildflowers this year. Those are just little 20 by 16 inch pieces, but the ones that you just showed were 30 by 40. So it's sort of anywhere in between. Okay,
is there a name for this particular exhibit or this show? What's the official name for it?
Well, we didn't really come up with an official name. I was going to. I thought of naming it Bridges because there are quite a few paintings of bridges. The undersides of bridges are fairly interesting places, and not necessarily for the reasons you might think. There's symmetry and there's structure and all that kinds of stuff in there. But no, there isn't really an official name, just an exhibition of new work.
And it is beginning on October 16th. Is that right?
It began on October 7th. It's up right now.
Oh, it's up right now.
It's up right now.
So the reason why I said October 16th, I guess that's because you are coming to town on October 16th. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be a reception on the 16th. It'll be a Saturday afternoon. It'll be nice. With the restrictions, of course, it can't have any more than 4 in the gallery at the same time. So we're hoping to spill out on the sidewalk and just have a really nice afternoon in Nanton and hang out and look at some art.
Okay, so let's put this up. Is this correct then? We'll call it, for lack of another name, we'll call it the Bridges exhibit by Norman Burnham White is on now.
On now till Sunday the 24th of October.
Until Sunday the 24th of October. Okay, and you're going to be in town here on the 16th, so people can actually come and meet you.
They sure can. Absolutely. Yeah, it'd be a pleasure to meet people.
That's great. Okay. Is there anything else about this that we need people to know? You want to spread the information, or did we do a great job of covering everything?
Well, we did a great job.
Thank you.
I'm not one of these esoteric artists that talks in terms that no one can understand. This is fairly simple stuff. There's joy in all this color and light and things like that, and that's come and share the joy.
Okay, perfect.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for taking the time to come on and share the story, share your history. and your connection here with Iron Horse Art Gallery in town here. And I will come and meet you on October 16th. We'll shake hands and say thanks again. Okay.
Hey, that'd be great. Thanks for having me on.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Norman.
Hey,
bye. Okay, perfect. Okay, so everybody knows that that's on right now, and Norman's going to be here in town on October 16th, so make sure you come and check that out and meet him face to face. And of course, we are getting to the end of the show here, so is there anything that I forgot or
I was just going to say, what did you go over everything? What are you missing here?
Well, let's see. Well, I've got a comment that just came in.
Oops.
Oh, Elaine said good morning. So it said, morning, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to you, Elaine, as well. And all that sounds wonderful, she said. And Amanda's disappeared on my end here. Hold on a second. Has Amanda disappeared for you guys as well, or is it just me?
She's gone.
Yep.
She's gone? Oh, there she's back. She's back now. Okay. So let's just go over everything here. So let's see if let's make sure we didn't miss anything. So we got the murals, we got the Halifax, we got the birthdays in. Did you guys do any bickering today? So did we cover that? You did?
Bicker. What are you talking about?
That was like pre-show bickering, maybe.
Okay, so pre-show bickering. Now, did we get a chance to talk about the 80s robot? Did we talk about that? No?
No, does that fit into anything we were talking about?
No. 80s toys. Didn't talk about that today.
No,
so
I got some of those.
that for another show. How about Saskatchewan Rough Rider talk?
We can skip that.
No.
Excuse me. You know what? Calgary is playing Saskatchewan tonight. Yeah, Calgary beat them last week, but it's a rematch, home and home. So we're gonna see if that tables can be turned. What's the line? Let's see if the turntables will turn. Okay, and see, I think we covered everything. I think everything's good. So
wow. Okay.
Okay. And then we got Amanda on here saying, no, I think she's referring to the Saskatchewan Rough Rider. And then let's see. Rhonda said, did you get to at 3 a.m.? No.
Did you get up at 3 a.m.? No.
Did you get up at 3 a.m.? No. So no, we got up around 6 o'clock or something like that, turn on the station, and then went back to bed. And then I got up a little shortly after that, and we put everything together, slapped it all together quickly. So Mary says, happy Thanksgiving, Dave and Amanda. Another great show. Thank you very much, Mary. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody else who's tuned in and watched the show today. We really appreciate it. We covered everything. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys right after we say our final thanks to our sponsor, Nanton Napa Auto Parts. Replace your wiper blades. They have likely lasted all summer. You remember when the sun was trying to kill us. Sorry. You remember when the sun was trying to kill us? You mean the heat and the sun were trying to kill us like in Super Mario game? Hey, that means your wiper blades took a toll. Having proper working wiper blades is always important. So make sure you go replace your wiper blades because winter's coming up. So snow's going to.
Who wrote that? That didn't make any sense.
Jody wrote that. Jody wrote that. So I think Jody wrote that. Maybe it was Shane this time. He said, I'm going to take a crack at this. I'm going to write something. So anyway, let's let everybody go. Thank you very much, you guys. Really appreciate it. And Amanda says, happy gobble gobble weekend to everybody. So have a good week. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys next week on this show we call Good Morning Nanton Live. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
See you guys.
You're a real tough cookie with a long history of breaking little hearts like the one in me. That's okay, let's see how you do it. Put up your dukes, let's get down to it. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. You come on with the come on, you don't fight fair. That's okay, see if I can knock me down, it's all in vain. I get right back on my feet again. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. tough cookie with a long history of breaking little hearts like the one in me. Before I put another notch in my lipstick case, you better make sure you put me in my place. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your